Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crossing Kin in the Crossing Kin Garage. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Randy, and I really hate that hat.
Yeah, as you can see, our sorting hat is back, and he's
I'm
upside down.
okay with it being upside down. That's let all the blood rush to his head or something. I don't know. Welcome to Crossing Kin, where everyone's family.
Today, I'm sure you've guessed, we are returning to our sorting series, but today we've got a bit of a twist. Dad and I each picked 3 characters from film, movie, television, books, whatever.
I really hope I even know her characters.
You will. I made sure
Okay.
you would.
All right.
We each picked 3 characters from fiction, not Harry Potter related, and to my knowledge, not anybody we've already sorted. And we've put them into the hat, and we are going to sort at random.
This is something that's just going to be a little bit of fun. Kristen and I oftentimes we have these great conversations about characters that we really like a lot, and we just don't, she segues into, well, what Harry Potter house would you put him in? She doesn't sound like that, obviously, but I oblige. And I'm like, well, I don't have my handy dandy cheat sheet most times. So I don't know. I mean, it is an interesting exercise. And this is just one more video in our sorting series.
I will make sure to put a link up here over mine or Dad's head so you can see all of the sorting playlist, and I'll probably link it at the end of the video as well. So if you've seen this before, then you know how it goes. Daddy, will you run down the houses for us?
You bet. Gryffindor is one of the houses. Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin.
Alrighty. Daddy, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So our game plan is I've picked 3, Kristen's picked 3. She will sort if it's one of mine. I will sort if it's one of hers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Regardless of who draws it. Like, we know each other's handwriting, so in theory, we'll be able to know.
All right. This is one of Chris. No, this is mine. Okay. Miss Moneypenny.
Ooh, which one?
Well, the character. You said pick a character. Okay. Miss Moneypenny. Let's unpack that just a little bit.
She's played by multiple actresses.
However, she is the secretary to M in the James Bond series. Multiple James Bond series. Whether it is in the books or whether it's in the films, there's always been some kind of flirtatious, usually not acted upon, but a flirty kind of office atmosphere. Sure. Miss Moneypenny, Kristen. Miss Moneypenny is the right-hand person
I'd
for
say
M. Hufflepuff.
I'd say Hufflepuff. She keeps MI6 running. She's severely loyal, specifically to James. She's always been very fair, and she's very humble. Like you said, she's a glorified secretary. Like she's their Girl Friday. She does everything for them.
That's good.
She does everything for them. So I would
description.
I would put Miss Moneypenny in Hufflepuff.
It's Miss Moneypenny. It is one of my absolute all-time favorite characters. Go and read the books by Ian Fleming. It's ultra 60s, late 50s, ultra 60s.
But it's whatever, but
great character.
You think Miss Moneypenny fits well in Hufflepuff?
I do. I think that's the only one she would fit into. That's the one she fits into best.
All right, here.
And Kristen,
hold on to your nemesis. Here, grab him by the lip. It's easier to hold him that way.
The lip.
Phineas Fogg?
Around the World in 80 Days.
Is that the Pierce Brosnan one?
Yeah. Well, it's the character that Pierce Brosnan played in.
Okay, so I have to sort him too. Oh, crap.
Phineas Fogg. Let's unpack this just a minute.
It's been a minute since I've seen Around the World
Around the World in 80 Days. I forget the author. I apologize.
Oh, isn't it Jules Verne?
I think you're right.
It's Jules Verne.
I think that's correct. Is a bet by a gentleman's club for this one man who claims he can make it around the world and he can circumnavigate the world in 80 days. And it becomes quite the thing. So you have a good grip of who you're sorting.
Yeah, I remember the Pierce Brosnan version of the movie pretty well. I would say Ravenclaw, just because of how clever he has to be in order to win his bet. He also arrives a day early. Like, that's a plot point I remember from the Mickey Mouse version, when Mickey was Phineas and Scrooge was the guy that was trying to foil him. They arrive a day early. think they're a day late.
And they don't take the time change in
And
consideration.
then they hear church bells on a Monday and they're like, oh, hey, it's Sunday. We're still good. So he's got to be creative in order to get himself out of the situation he keeps on finding himself in. The simple fact that he takes up the bet proves that he's eccentric. Isn't that one of the
Yes, yeah.
And I think the reason he gets made the bet is because he's already a little eccentric and very individual. So I don't know about wit and wisdom. I mean, it's Pierce. The version I'm remembering is Pierce Brosnan, so wit just kind of comes with Pierce Brosnan.
It just does. I mean,
he can't help it. That's just how Pierce Brosnan be. So I'm going Ravenclaw.
He even brought that to the Bond series too.
I'm going Ravenclaw.
I think it could bend to Gryffindor just a little bit.
You know, the sheer stubbornness.
I think
I think a lot of Vern characters are veer towards Ravenclaw just for the eccentricity of them.
Okay,
all right, Daddy.
So we've got my 3 down already.
Well, draw better.
Let's see draw better.
Get one of mine.
We'll see what happens here. And this is...
That's one of mine.
Pippin Took. I started to try and do a Lord of the Rings thing, and I was like, you know what? We really need to try and see if we can't. I went as outside of the box as I could possibly go on the 3 that I did. This is a good one. I need to do his sorting.
But yes, Pippin Took. In the films, he is played by Billy Boyd. The character himself is... If you read the books, he's the character that literally nobody wants to come on the trip, but he refuses to be left behind because he firmly believes he can help. In the movies, and even in the books, he has this wonderful character development of learning his own worth, learning that even though he's small and not the greatest fighter, he fully learns to be a warrior and be the guard of Gondor. I forget his actual title, I'm sorry. But like he saves Faramir's life. It's his perspective we get to enjoy the Battle of the Black Gate from in the book. So I just finished listening to Return of the King as read by Andy Serkis. So I've still got all of that very vividly in my brain. So where does Pippin belong to you, Daddy?
I think Gryffindor.
I agree.
I think Gryffindor. Although, as you unpacked his character development, I think there is a portion of each of the houses that he could wind up being. Especially Slytherin, maybe even to start with the self-preservation, and the resourcefulness and the ambition and cunning.
I have this wonderful little, not theory, but kind of headcanon. All of the hobbits start at Hufflepuff and then kind of make a journey through everybody and then wind up in each of the 4 houses.
I tend to agree with that.
Pippin, I think he winds up. He goes through the biggest journey.
In that shows
I think he winds up in Gryffindor.
That shows the genius behind
Tolkien
to begin with, and the minor characters. Sure, you see the major characters, the Gandalf, the Bilbo, the Aragorn. You see those major characters, see their character arc as you progress through the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but you really, really see in his minor characters a huge, just intrinsic, incredible development of those characters as well, to the point that they are no longer, by the time you get to the end of the books, they're no longer minor characters.
No, they're supporting characters. They're their own leads.
They're just
they're the best.
They're just a great ensemble
his
group.
His side characters are some of Tolkien's best work.
I tend to agree.
All right.
Is it my turn? Or
no, you drew that one.
Okay.
You drew that one. Oh,
this is bound to be. Odds would say that this one is still one of yours.
You are going to have to... I forgot I put her in here. You have to sort Parker from Leverage.
Okay. You heard us talk about Leverage
ad nauseum.
Countless times. I wouldn't say ad nauseum because we like to think
we
don't make our shows nauseous. But anyway, we love the television show Leverage. We like the Leverage Redemption as well. We're sad that it's recently gotten canceled last year. But that's the beauty of syndication and streaming is that you can go back and you can watch these favorite shows.
All right, where does Parker go?
Parker
is a thief. Parker is a thief who had it really, really rough and does not understand how to human very well. It takes her being part of the Leverage crew to really start to understand, oh, these feeling things aren't so bad. And she develops a beautiful brother sister bond with Elliot. She develops a romantic relationship with Hardison. We had them as our number one couple of all time from television in our couples thing from a couple of years ago. She has a very parental relationship with Sophie and Nate. Parker's just the best.
She is a very unique character on television, and that's one of the beautiful things that Leverage brought you was the characters, and they were so distinct
and well defined.
And so props to Mr. Devlin on that.
As well as Beth Riesgraf, who brought Parker to life.
Especially, yes, Beth Riesgraf, who brought Parker to life. I would have to say, and you may disagree with me, I think she's Slytherin. I think even from the beginning to end, she's still Slytherin. She does.
If nothing else, for her self-preservation.
While her
and the
character
cunning.
modifies, it doesn't really ever change.
She's also very resourceful,
You know,
and takes a great deal of pride in being the best thief in the world.
And
she tells you she is the best thief in the world.
I think she's Slytherin.
She is a Slytherin.
My turn.
Yep.
We got 2 to go. I know who I picked, and we've got 2 of each of ours now, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll see. This feels like.
I think. Oh, is that mine? That's mine. It's Captain Rex.
Captain Rex. Okay, didn't bring my glasses. Sorry. Good. Captain Rex from Clone Wars.
From the Star Wars universe. We just came out of Star Wars Month. Make sure you go and check out that playlist up here.
We hope you enjoyed the Star Wars Month, by the way. So
go ahead and take this.
All right.
And Sorting Hat can go right there.
Where's one more of mine? Oh, you got it already. Yep. I'm sorry. All right, so Captain Rex. I have to be the one who sorts him. I would have to say I know exactly Gryffindor. Okay. So it's.
I've always thought he leaned a little Ravenclaw just because he is the only one with a working brain half the time in the Clone Wars, but I do 100% see Gryffindor.
I don't necessarily see Ravenclaw as much as I do Gryffindor on this one, but just because of the fact that he is that character in Clone Wars. He is that clone that really makes you want to embrace all of the clones, and have some sympathies for them after the Clone Wars are over, and makes you want to reach out and realize that even though they were Boba Fett, Jango Fett's DNA, they were pretty good guys. Especially whenever you get that chip out of their head, and you can get them free thinking and freewheeling. I think he's a Gryffindor. I think he's a Gryffindor even with a chip, in his head. It's just
like I agree.
It is one of those situations where this is kind of a no-brainer on a character and what Harry Potter house he would be chosen by said hat.
You're just giving the stink eye to the hat.
Anyway, okay, but on for the very, very last. Kristen's pick.
Dirk Pitt.
Okay.
You really gave me Dirk Pitt, didn't you?
I didn't give it. You chose it.
You.
I wrote it down. You chose it.
I sort him regardless.
Well, that's true. That's true. So, first of all, let's unpack who Dirk Pitt is.
You go right ahead.
Dirk Pitt is the hero of Clive Cussler's Dirk Pitt series. He is a oceanographer. He's a military man. In the earlier books, I want to say he was a pilot, or he was in the Navy. I'm sorry. He becomes involved with Numa, which is another one of the series that Clive Cussler's developed, and in the movie, which we dearly love, Sahara, which is a pretty good rendition off of the book. He is the titular swashbuckling hero.
As played by Matthew McConaughey.
That saves the day. And I'm telling you, Mr. McConaughey, I don't care if you get 115, you could play Dirk Pitt for Crossing Ken Entertainment when we go to start making movies. Anytime. You are Dirk Pitt in my book. I think that casting-wise, and I know that there were some controversies around it. Dirk Pitt is the hero of the Clive Cussler I want to say 26 Clive Cussler books, and now Clive's son has taken over writing some Dirk Pitt as well. He just happens to be named Dirk Cussler. So there you have it. I mean,
I think I know where I want him.
All right, what do you want him?
Slytherin.
Mm,
He is very resourceful. Again, I've not read the book, so I only have Matthew McConaughey to go off of.
understood. That's fair. That's fair.
He has a good deal of pride because let's be honest. Again, he's Matthew McConaughey. He's pretty and he knows it. He does have a really good self-preservation instinct, incredibly resourceful, very cunning. The only thing he doesn't tick is ambition, but even then he does have a bit of an ambition. He has an ambition to find where this ding dang coin came from. So I think he's a Slytherin.
For Sahara in the movie, Slytherin. I'll give you that. But overall, as a fictional, I understand that. I understand that. Overall, as a fictional character, I think he winds up in Gryffindor because of his courage, chivalry, daring, nerve, and stubbornness, as given to me by my cheat sheet.
But you guys who have done both, read the book and seen the movies, please feel free to break our tie, or it's not really a tie. This is one of those where we didn't have to agree because we were just kind of giving opinions.
Yeah, I mean the other three we were pretty close on
Yeah.
everything, but this one's a little bit different because of the perspectives. I have read several of the books, not all of them, but several of them, and Kristen has only seen the movie adaptation of Sahara
about a dozen times.
Yeah,
if not more. We
if
used
not
we
more.
used to watch it once a week.
It and The Greatest Showman, Best Picture never made.
But all right, that's it, guys. This is probably one of the fastest sortings we've ever done. Well done on us.
Sorting from the hat.
That was really fun. I like that.
We'll have to do it again. Hey, give us some suggestions.
Yes, you guys
what
suggest
fictional character,
animated, live action, book, movie, TV show that we've not already done. Again, check out the sorting playlist so that we, we don't have to say, sorry, we can't. We've already done them.
Well, and to be real honest, we might have to even do some research on your characters.
Mind.
No, absolutely not. I mean, we love watching movies and reading books. So,
when in doubt,
whatever.
Wikipedia.
When in doubt, if Andy Serkis is doing the audiobook to it, we're there, baby.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things where we'd love to have your suggestions as far as what characters you would like to see sorted. And then after we do that video, perhaps you can chime in and tell us which house you would put.
Absolutely. And feel free to chime in down in the comments as to the characters that we sorted today.
Absolutely.
Honestly, there is probably some characteristic that we missed because, again, this was on the fly. We've not had the weeks to think about it like we usually do with our characters. So please feel free to give us that perspective down in the comments below. That's it for us today, guys. We hope you enjoyed everything here at Cross and Kin, and we will be back in 2 weeks. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and
ring that notification bell
so that you know every time we upload.
And don't forget, this is Crossing Kin, where everyone is family.
I'm Kristen.
Come to the garage anytime.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Randy.
And we hope you come back and see us in 2 weeks. Bye!
Later.